Welcome to the Lose Your Big Ass Stomach podcast. I'm your host, Jay Jackson, and my mission here is to help you get rid of that big ass stomach and take back control of your health so that you can look and feel your best by being the best version of yourself, mentally and physically, while destroying the mediocre agenda society is trying to brainwash you into, and breaking our families' generational curses of being unhealthy by being a healthy and fit role model. It's time to set a new standard. It's time to set a new standard of living. If you find the podcast helpful, be sure to hit that follow button because that helps us build a movement. Let's go.
Guys, if you want to drop 30 or more pounds, this is the absolute one thing you have to do, okay? I know a lot of folks that are busy professionals, they think they have to have some chicken and broccoli diet. They think they have to do this, keto diet or detox diet, or they think it takes a lot of willpower, like you got to be a bodybuilder or something like that to lose a significant amount of weight. And that couldn't be any further from the truth, guys, okay? Even myself, I've gone through the phase of doing bodybuilding almost about 6-7 years ago. And I know what that life is like. I know how time consuming that life is. I know how much time and effort you have to put into it. And I was ripped, cut up, but I didn't want to keep living that life. Nowadays I only work out, 4 or 5 days a week. And so I'm able to maintain and keep a six-pack year round, and I'm about to be 35 years old next month. And so I say all this to say that's not the answer. Willpower is not the answer. You don't need a detox diet. Here's what you do need, though. I want you to think about this, because I was thinking about this earlier. A lot of people I help, they are very successful in what they do. There's a lot of evidence to show that they are successful, got money in the bank, got a nice house or a condo, they're climbing in their career. They have all these things. And so how does that happen? How does that happen? When you go to work, you have something that allows for you to thrive. You have routine, you have SOPs, right? When you think about things like family, I remember growing up, I would hear people say, John grew up in a structured household, or Sandra grew up in a structured household. And I've always noticed that the kids that grew up in quote unquote structured household, they were successful. I have yet to meet somebody who grew up in a structured household that isn't doing something with their life. And so I say that to say the same structure that you have within your career that's allowed for you to thrive, right? Not just get by, not just some little job. I'm talking about excel in your career. You have a game plan on what steps you need to take to get to where you want to be at in your career. Same thing with your household. Let's say you grew up in a structured household, or let's say you have a structured household with your kids, right? I have people in my coaching program who have children right now that are going to college. Shouts out to Lance and Goldie. Their daughter just went to college. And being able to go to college, you got to grow up in a structured household. Most people. Some people, they have the children that are very determined to get there, regardless if they're structured in the household or not, right? But this is the one thing that I noticed that holds most people back from being able to lose weight. Whether it's 30, 40, 50 plus. Structure. Most folks are going to the gym. If you're going to the gym right now and you're working out, you're doing cardio, but you're frustrated because you're not seeing results. Or you're eating healthy, but you still don't see the stomach going down. You're lacking structure. You're not lacking willpower and effort or even time invested. You don't have the right structure to support your goals. You don't have the right structure to support the ambitions that you want to have, like with your body and your health and your energy. You don't have the right structure, not just with the gym, but also with your nutrition. Guys, I'm sorry to tell you, just eating healthy is not going to help you lose weight. Now, if you're like morbidly obese, you're very overweight, then yeah, you could just start making better eating habits with the type of foods that you're eating. You're going to potentially start losing some weight. But if you want to get all the weight off and be in control of your weight, not just like it going up and down, you're losing and gaining the same 10, 15 pounds, there has to be structure. Things like your calorie intake, things like your portions, Some people, when I ask them, I say, well, when people reach out to me about coaching, they'll tell me what they're eating, and then I'll say, well, how much calories are you eating on a daily basis? They don't know. They say, I just focus on my portions. I say, well, how can you focus on your portions if you don't know what your calorie intake needs to be? Because your calorie intake is based on, your portions are based on your calorie intake. You can't get the weight loss if you don't know the right portions to eat based on your overall daily calorie intake and your daily protein intake for those who want to drop body fat. A lot of folks don't realize this. There's levels to this, y'all. There's a lot of generic fitness trends that just talk about weight loss. But people who are high achievers, they want to excel in their career. They want to, be able to be that positive role model and example for their family. You can't just lose weight, because you can lose weight, look skinny fat. You can lose weight and not have energy and be tired all the time. You can lose, believe this or not, you can lose weight eating junk food and eating fast food every day if you eat the right amount, but you're not going to feel good. And so this is where eating things like the right amount of protein on a daily basis comes in. Eating the right amount of fiber from like fruits and vegetables. Eating the right amount of healthy fats on a daily basis. All these things matter if you not only want to lose weight, but you also want to have energy. A lot of y'all who reach out to me are dealing with pre-diabetes and type 2 diabetes and high blood pressure. Guys, if you want to regulate your blood sugar, the A1C levels, you got to eat protein, man. You can't just be eating carbs all day. You got to eat healthy fats. You got to eat fruits. And stop listening to these crazy trainers out here telling you that the fruits got too much sugar and it's going to make you have type 2 diabetes. No. Fruit is not going to make you have type 2 diabetes. Now, if you have type 2 diabetes right now, then there are certain fruits that you may want to stay away from because they are higher in sugar. But for somebody who's not diabetic right now, nothing wrong with eating fruit. It's going to be way better than eating bagels, croissants, donuts, muffins, the types of things that spike your blood sugar over and over and over throughout the day, and you have brain fog, you have the itis, you get tired, you have that you just don't have not just the physical but the mental energy. I was talking to a guy the other day. He was talking about, he'd wake up in the morning, he'd eat breakfast, and then he'd be like, "Dang, man, I'm tired. I haven't even started work." And I'm like, dude, that's because of the way you're eating. Like, it's nothing, it's just your lifestyle. It's your eating habits. Your eating habits are a part of your lifestyle. And if you have a lifestyle that causes you to be tired, if you're living a lifestyle that's causing your clothes not to fit because you're gaining more and more weight, you have to change your habits. Because your lifestyle is a combination of all the habits and routines that you have. This is why what I focus on in my coaching class, in my coaching program, is not weight loss. It is lifestyle. Because when you understand the right lifestyle to live, you not only get the results, you keep the results. This is why in the coaching program, we do weekly group coaching calls. We do weekly weigh-ins, weekly progress photos. I show them exactly what foods they need to eat, the best foods for them to eat, not everybody else, what they need to eat. This is why we do something called flexible nutrition meal planning. That way they can eat foods they prefer to eat, but with structure. They know their portions. They know their calorie intake. They know their protein intake, all the way down to the ounce. They know what they need to do in the gym, and it fits their life. We call this lifestyle-based training. That way, it supports their schedule. They're not working out 7 days a week if they can only work out 3. They know exactly what exercise to do, the reps, the sets, the rest time, the cardio, step by step. When you have this level of structure in your life, you no longer have to worry about, man, is what I'm doing right? Am I wasting time? Dang, I'm not getting no results, man. What I need to do? And people fall off. But if you have structure, now you have habits that hold you accountable to stay on the right path. And then if you're not seeing results, you look back at the habits. Because you have structure, you're not winging it. But if you're winging it, you won't know what things you're doing because you're just trying stuff. But if you see the habits, you're like, okay, cool. Let me change this right here. But if you're not certain, this is where you have a professional like myself to see what you have, see what you're doing, and I can easily make adjustments for my coaching clients. I had a coaching client named Anthony Smith who did my program for a couple of months. I think he did it for about 5 or 6 months, something like that. But he dropped over 30 pounds his first 3 months. And one of the biggest things he talked about when we did our member success interview, it's on YouTube, you can go find it on YouTube. He was talking about how at times throughout his journey on a weekly basis we do the check-ins, but he wasn't dropping a ton of weight at certain periods in his weight loss journey. And he was like, man, if it wasn't for them check-ins, man, I probably would have fell off because he would have got to, what did he say? He used, what word did he say? He was just in such a rush. Most people are in such a rush, not realizing that they're on the right path, but because they're in such a rush, they get discouraged and they fall off. It's like that photo y'all seen on the social media. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all have seen this photo on social media where the guy's like, it's a cartoon photo where this guy's digging in the dirt. He's digging in the dirt with his little axe or whatever, and then he stopped. And right when he stopped, a couple of feet away is the goal. A couple of feet away is the goal. Now, had Anthony not had a coach, had he not been working with me, he probably would have stopped. And I don't blame him because a lot of people are working out and dieting in the dark, not knowing if what they're doing is right or wrong, not knowing if they're on the right path. And that's a lack of structure because you don't know, you don't have the clarity. And so this is what allows for you to just have that confidence and clarity knowing that you're on the right path, not guessing and hoping and praying. Like, ain't no wrong with praying. I always tell you, stay prayed up, have faith. But having faith without a plan is a pipe dream. you just hoping. Like, guys, you got to have a plan of action to see results. In your career, in your business, if you have a business, you wasn't just winging it and just lucked up and got it. Most folks didn't. I know I didn't. I worked for everything I got. The audience, the following, the business, the clients, everything. Worked for it all. And it required a high level of structure, discipline, commitment. Like, I'm not motivated. That's rookie conversation. Not motivated. What? These are rookie thoughts. When you're at a point where you're like, man, I'm ready for a change. I'm tired of my body not looking the way I want it to look. I'm tired of being unhappy with how my clothes fit. I'm tired of not having energy. I'm afraid of what'll happen to my health if I keep on going in this direction. You ain't thinking about motivation no more. You think about getting the job done. That's what you're thinking about. And I'm telling you what's going to get the job done. You have to have structure. You have to have a system in your life that fits your life that's going to allow for you to get the results you want. And when you get these results, you keep running the same system because it works with your lifestyle. This is how you get results and keep them, y'all. Like, guys, I'm not like killing myself to keep a six-pack year round or stay sub 10 to 12% body fat year round. I don't even think about it because I have systems and structure and habits in my life that's allowing me to be able to keep this look and keep this energy on a daily basis and perform at a high level on a daily and weekly basis. These are the types of things I do for my coaching client. These are the types of things that you have to start thinking about if you want to continue to excel in your profession, but also in your personal life. Have structure. You want to drop your next 30 plus pounds? Stop winging it. Get structure. That way you can just go execute and get the results. Run the play and the results happen. All right? Hopefully y'all found this podcast helpful. We out of here. Let's get it.
Yo, appreciate you for tapping in and listening to the podcast episode today. Hopefully you found it valuable. And if you did and you want to learn more about how I can help you lose the big ass stomach, transform your body, and get your health on point, DM me real results over on Instagram at JJacksonOfficial for more information. And I'll reach back out to you to do what I can to help you hit those health and fitness goals. Let's get it.